Um, it's early in the morning and I'm making this video and it couldn't wait. I got a couple of gray hairs coming in. Probably stress. I'm also 43 years old, so it is what it is. First and foremost, I never make a video unless the inspiration hits, and the inspiration was this video. For this video, basically was another YouTube creator called Big Ward, the genius. So go check him out, man. I just subscribed to his channel. It's a good channel. And he did a video walking around the mall, and the mall was empty. And it's kind of an insight to I don't know if I can say this word. Let's not say that. Let's say the downfall of America, the downfall of the economy. When I moved into the mountains, I did that because I had a bad feeling about where this world was going. And I have a long drive ahead of me, I got an old car. It takes premium. It's a big V8, and it's a gas guzzler, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? When I talk about my addictions, when I talk about the cornerstone of this channel, sometimes I mix in these videos too. And I do that because you guys need to be aware of everything that's going on. And so many people are telling you. But I don't think a lot of you are getting it. Shout out to CGA, Free Agent Lifestyle. He's the first person I heard that say this. I always give credit where credit is due. And one of the phrases that he said, Coach Greg Adams, is it's not going back to 2018. And it's not. Man, I am a survivalist. When I started this channel, I was homeless. There's also another favorite saying in Shawshank Redemption. That's my movie. Morgan Freeman, Tim Burton. When Brooksy got released after decades of time, he ended up basically getting a rope and unaliving himself. But one of the phrases that he had in that movie was either you get busy living or get busy dying. Well, it's survival of the fittest out here. You better do the same. I'm packing my bag now because I'm thinking about, maybe going to the gym after work, doing what I need to do. And if I get back real late, I drive a truck, I drive a Freightliner. That's another reason why I like Big Ward, man. I'm not a trucker. I just happen to drive one. But it seems like he is. So shout out to that brother, man. But before I get into what I really want to say, let me do the intro. This is Jared, the 20-year recovering sex addict, 20-year recovering abusive sex addict. And the irony is, I know I'm all over the place. It's early in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to work. But I wake up a lot earlier because I went from driving just maybe 4 or 5 miles to work to now a considerable distance because I don't want to live in a big city anymore. Because I didn't want to live in my state anymore. Because I wanted to live in the country. I wanted to live in the nature. I wanted to get away from people. And that's what I did. And I made the right decision. And sometimes you got to jump at opportunity. What I wanted to release was a video about my sex addiction. And the fact that somebody I was dealing with had kicked me out of her house for not having sex with her at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I told her I was on retention for a couple of months, and even though I don't expect women to truly understand semen retention, I do expect you, if you care about me, to respect that. And that went left. So I'll talk about that in my next upload about my addiction, but this is more important. Because what's going on in the economy and what's going on is way worse. It's way worse than what they're leading on. You know, a few months ago was my birthday, and I went all over the place. It was in the beginning of summer. I went to various lakes. I went down the shore. I shot videos, but I just didn't feel like uploading them. So that's why you didn't see them on the channel, because I just didn't feel like it. But in the back of my mind, even though there were people that wanted to spend time with me, yes, women, I opted to be by myself. And those same couple of women thought that, especially one, thought that I was with another female. But you don't get it. I love being by myself. I'm a loner. This is what I like to do. And I say this to y'all to truly get across that at that time, I had the worst feeling in the world that, you know, something is going to happen, either before the election, right after the election. But I had this worst feeling, this pit, this feeling in my stomach. And if I don't take advantage of the summertime and my birthday and doing what I want to do now, I don't know how the next year is going to look, and I may not get the same opportunity. And I feel like that now more than ever. That same feeling in the beginning of the summer is the same reason why I jumped up at the opportunity to move. It's getting to the point where I think relationships and marriage and family are going to be for people who have money, for the rich. Because the disparity amongst the low class and high class and rich and poor just keeps getting wider and wider every day. And it's a lot worse than what these evil people are telling you. I am not the only person talking about this. I couldn't let this go anymore. I had to speak on this. I don't think people realize how hard life is going to get. But it's just another day for me. I've been in this mode for a few years now, and there's no way to live. It's one of the main reasons why I just don't do relationships, because my heart isn't in it. I'm too busy doing what I need to do to save money and survive. And the irony is, I think I'm in a better place than a lot of y'all out here. I think a lot of y'all are together and in relationships just because you need two incomes to survive. As a man, I realize that there are things that are needed in a relationship to keep the relationship. Even though all I know is, you know, coming to the table with a blunt and a drink and D on deck and all this other stuff. You know, I joke about it. I talk about that in my uploads, but this ain't the time. This is real. And I hope you guys are preparing. I've told certain people about my move. They're like, hey, Jared, man, that's a great thing. But even when I tell y'all and I give kind of the backstory and the reason why, I realize something. Enlightenment is a lonely road. And I don't believe in the fairy tale that life is selling you. And the crazy thing is now that people are starting to wake up and panic is starting to set in. And these young men out here, I feel so sorry for y'all, because we're approaching a world where you're probably not even going to be in position to own anything, even if you have the money to do so, because the dollar is dropping. Supply and demand. Well, the supply is dwindling. They don't have it even if you do. I want you guys to realize that take advantage of every day that you have to prepare, because it's going to get worse. And when help isn't there, when you don't have the basic necessities of life, you're going to see just how ugly it can get in America. Anyway, sorry for that sob story, that doom and gloom story, that doom and gloom. Shout out to CGA, he coined that term. But regardless, this is Jared, the 20-year recovering sex addict. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope y'all have a good day. And you know my name, you know my slogan, you know how I get down. As always, no filters, no edits, no nothing. I never know what I'm going to say until I upload it. As always, discernment over delusion. Live and stand for something greater than one's own self-gratification. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. God bless.